Welcome everyone. Here in the last classes we were discussing about principles of inheritance by Mendel. Here we have seen the three laws where Mendel stated that here during the first law all the first generation, all the characters which are expressed are dominant. The trait which is expressed is dominant. Then we have also seen law of segregation where gametes will be segregated, alleles will be segregated, and we have also seen the third law, that is law of independent assortment, where the characters are assorted independently. Here now we will see a little deviation from the Mendel's principles. Little deviation from Mendel's principle. A law is given, a law is stated, but there will be nothing is perfect, no law is perfect. There is a chance that there will be some changes will be made as the research will be going on. Here during the later years some of the other changes will be made, and here that law is not, nothing is perfect here. Here also in the same also Mendel stated the laws, but here there are some deviations from Mendel's laws. Here the first deviation from the Mendel's law which we see is incomplete dominance. Incomplete dominance. This is nothing but a variation from Mendel's principle. A variation from Mendel's principle. Here, now in this incomplete dominance, we see this in plants like Mirabilis jalpa. We also see this in Antirrhinum, which is also called as dog flower or snapdragon. These, that is Mirabilis jalpa, Antirrhinum, these are the examples where we see variations from Mendel's principle. Here we see another process, another phenomenon, that is incomplete dominance. That is, one gene is not able to dominate completely. It is not able to express itself completely. So in the plants we have these examples, that is of Mirabilis jalpa and Antirrhinum, which is also called as dog flower or snapdragon. This Mirabilis jalpa, it is also called as 4 o'clock plant. 4 o'clock plant. And in animals we see this incomplete dominance in Andalusian fowl. We see incomplete dominance in animals also. Here it is, we see this in animal, that is Andalusian fowl. Here coming to this, first we will see in plants. In plants we say that we see this incomplete dominance in Mirabilis jalpa and Antirrhinum. Here in Mirabilis jalpa as well as in Antirrhinum, these plants produce two types of flowers. Okay, so they produce red and white flowers. They produce, both of them produce red and white color flowers. Here in this, if we cross it with this, for example, we are taking 2-1. With that as example, here we will take about Mirabilis jalpa. It produces two flowers, that is red flower and white flower. Red flower and white flower. So for red we take it as capital R, and for white small r. Okay, so red R for red color, the small r for white color. We don't take for white, that is W for white, always remember. So we use the small letter of the dominant character. The dominant here is the red color and white is the recessive. So we use small letter of the dominant character. For example, red is dominant. So for red we use R. So for recessive character we use small r, not the W, because it will make confusion. If we put W now, it will make confusion. So that is why we take the small letter of the dominant character. So red color flower and white color flower. So Mirabilis jalpa can produce red color flower also, white color flower also. So red is the dominant one and R is white is the recessive one. So when we cross these plants, so what type of gamete will be formed? It will be capital R, one gamete will be, another gamete will be capital R. So here for this also small r. These are the gametes. These are the gametes. Now we will make a cross. By taking these gametes on two sides, we will make a cross. So here one side R, this side R. If we make a cross, that is, these are the parents. Now this is an F1 generation. When we cross, these are the parents. They produced gametes. The parents has produced gametes. So these gametes will take on either side. That is, so here so coming to this, so this R on one side and this R on another side. If we make a cross, if the gametes are crossed, here we get capital R, small r. Here also this and this, capital R, small r. Now this with this, capital R and small r. This with this, capital R and small r. So we know how to make this cross. That is, this is a monohybrid cross. We are taking only one character. Which character we are taking? Color of the flower. We are taking color of the flower. So this red color flower is crossed with white color flower. It has produced these gametes. When these gametes are crossed, we will get 4 types of offsprings. Here in this one, all the four are capital R, small r. This is also 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 capital R, small r. All 4 of them are heterozygous. Now, which color? This is R and R, capital R and small r. Can you tell me the phenotype of this? Which color flower it will produce? According to Mendel. So in F1 generation, according to Mendel, in F1 generation, all the the character which is dominant will be expressed. In F1 generation, all offsprings will have dominant character. So, for example, if this is capital R and small r, so this will be red is dominant na. This should have been red. This should have been red. This should have been red. This should have been red, because in all capital R is present. So, capital R is dominant. That is, red color is dominant. So, according to Mendel's principles, so this should be red color. This should be red color. When parents with red color flowers and white color flowers are crossed, in F1 generation, we should get all 4 heterozygous plants with red color, as red is dominant. This is according to Mendel's principles. But here there is slight variation. Now, instead of this red color, here in this, instead of red color, all the flowers were of pink color. All 4 should have been red. But here in this case, when this red and white flowers were crossed, instead of red flowers in first generation, we have got is all pink flowers. We have got 4 capital R and small r. So according to Mendel, it should have been red. But in this case, red flowers were not produced. All 4 flowers which were produced, they were of pink color. How is this possible? According to Mendel's principle, there is no intermediate, there is no blending. If a parent is having red character, or if a parent is white having white character, only parental characters will be expressed. In F1 generation, one parent will be expressed. In F1 generation, only one parental character will be expressed, which is dominant. Whereas in F2, another parental character, that is recessive character, will be expressed. Both character, that is recessive character, will be expressed. But here, parental character is not seen. Do we see plants with pink color flower? No. Parent plants were having red and white color. There was no pink color. There was no pink color. According to Mendel, there is no intermediate. The offsprings which we get, they will be either of red color or they will be either of white color. They will be red color or white color. In F1 generation, all of them will be red color. In F2 generation, we have few red color and few white color. But these are only parental characters. There is no intermediate. But in this case, there is intermediate. That is, we have got pink color. How we have got this pink color? So this is a variation from Mendel, that we are getting a blend type, mixture of red and white. We are getting a mixture of red and white. That is, we are getting pink color. We are getting pink color. Why we are getting pink color? Because red is unable to dominate completely. Red is unable to dominate completely. So that is why this phenomenon is called as incomplete dominance. Why we are saying dominance? Because white is not expressing here. Red is expressing, but not totally. Red is expressing, that is, we are getting pink color. We are getting pink color. That pink color is because of the incomplete, that is incomplete expressing of red color. Red is unable to express completely. Red is expressing. We are saying that dominance is there. Red color is only because the pink color is because of the red color only. But it is because the red is unable to completely dominate. If would have been able to completely dominate, then we would have got all red flowers. But here we are getting pink flowers. Why? Because here red is unable to completely dominate. थोड़ा सा डोमिनेट कर रहा, बट पूरी तरीके से डोमिनेट नहीं कर रहा. इट इज एबल टू नॉट कंप्लीटली डोमिनेट. सो दैट इज वाई दिस फिनोमिनन इज कॉल्ड एज incomplete dominance. Incomplete dominance. So in F1 generation, we have that is the ratio which we get is 4:0. In F1 generation, with the ratio, the phenotypic ratio and the genotypic ratio, both of them is 4:0. Because phenotypic ratio, appearance wise the ratio is all pink. That is 4:0. Genotype means all of them are heterozygous. Capital R, small r, capital R, small r, capital R, small r, capital R, small r. So only one type. So here genotype is also 4:0. Genotype is also 4:0. Now this was in F1 generation. And here one of the important point of this is in incomplete dominance, we get a phenotype which is intermediate. This phenotype which we are getting, that is pink color, it is intermediate between red and white color. In Mendel's principle, there was no intermediate. There was no intermediate, either red flowers or white flowers. But in this case, we are getting a intermediate phenotype. Intermediate phenotype, that is pink color flowers. So in incomplete dominance, we get intermediate phenotype. We get intermediate phenotype. And here in this, the phenotypic ratio and genotypic ratio are the same. In incomplete dominance, red, that is dominant gene is not able to dominate completely. This is the first point. Second point is we get an intermediate phenotype, that is we get pink color flowers. We get pink color flowers. And the third is in this na both genotypic ratio, genotypic and phenotypic ratio are same. Both genotypic ratio and phenotypic ratio are same. How we will see this? Here also we have seen both this genotypic ratio and phenotypic ratio is same. That is, this is heterozygous. Genotype here is heterozygous, and we have got is pink color flowers. All four are pink color, all four are heterozygous. Phenotype is pink color, all four is pink color. Genotype is all of them are heterozygous, that is capital R and small r. So this was an F1 generation. Now we will see in F2 generation. In F2 generation we take any of these two out of this 4 from F1 generation. In F2 generation, for F2 generation we take, that is offsprings which have been produced in F1 generation. So we self it. So we are taking this first and the fourth one. First one is capital R small r, second is fourth is also capital R small r. So this is called as selfing. On selfing we get F2 generation. Selfing means crossing the characters of same generation, crossing any two characters of the same generation. This was parent generation. This is F1 generation. Now from F1 generation we are taking any two offsprings from F1 generation, that is called as selfing. Now on selfing we get F2 generation. So for here what gametes will form? These are the parents. Gametes will be capital R small r. For this also capital R small r. These are the gametes. We take it on one side. Capital R small r, capital R small r. Make the square. We get capital R, capital R. Then we get capital R small r. We get capital R small r. We get small r small r. So this is F2 generation. We get is F2 generation. So one we get is capital R, capital R. So this will be red color. This will be red color. This is capital R, small r. This is also capital R, small r. So now capital R, small r we get which color? Red color we are not getting. Even though red is dominant, we are not getting red color. We are getting pink color. Pink color. This is also pink color. And this is small r means white. White. Now calculate phenotypic ratio. Phenotypic. Phenotypic means appearance wise. Appearance wise we have one red. Okay. Then two pink. Two pink and one white. So phenotypic ratio is 1:2:1. Phenotypic ratio is 1:2:1. Let us see the genotypic ratio. We see the genotypic ratio. So 1 we are getting capital R 1. Then capital R small r 2. Capital R small r is 2. Then small r 1. So the ratio here is 1:2:1. The phenotypic ratio is also 1:2:1. Genotypic ratio is also 1:2:1. According to Mendel, the ratios were in F2 generation, the ratios were 3:1. This is the phenotypic ratio. Phenotypic ratio of Mendel in second generation was 3:1 and genotypic ratio was 1:2:1. Genotypic ratio was 1:2:1. Both genotypic and phenotypic ratios were different in Mendel's principles. But here in this case, in this incomplete dominance in F2 generation, In F1 generation, all four we are getting same genotype and all four were of pink. That is, both genotypic ratio and phenotypic ratio were the same. In second generation also, the phenotypic ratio and the genotypic ratio, both of them are same. So here in this incomplete dominance, a gene is unable to completely dominate. In this incomplete dominance, a gene is unable to completely dominate the other gene, and because of which an intermediate phenotype is found. An intermediate phenotype is found, and the phenotypic ratios and genotypic ratios in F2 generation are the same. They are the phenotypic ratio and genotypic ratio are the same. So this was about incomplete dominance. Incomplete dominance. We see this incomplete dominance in Andalusian fowl also. And Andalusian fowl is, that is, it is in back, the fowl is it is in black color and white color. Black color and white color. So when we cross this white and black color, so in F1 generation we should have got black color because black is the dominant, but what we have got is blue color. We have got is blue color. In F1 generation, like pink we have got in red and white flowers now. So in this Andalusian fowl, where the fowl is of black and white color, when this black and white is crossed, we have got is blue color. We have got is blue color. If you want, you can do it in your book. That is, black color is BB, white is small b, small b. So if you cross it, we get the gametes BB, this is BB. So put it here, capital B, small b and make the square. You will get the same result. So this was about incomplete dominance. Here children, try to make these squares. You will be able to understand it. After you listen the class now, in your classwork book, try to make the squares. Try to do this unit squares, try to do all this, that is cross. You will be able to understand it properly. Until and unless you do it by yourself, it will be confusing. You will get confused. So here, all of you try to do it in your classworks. You will be able to do it and you will be able to understand it. Next, we will take codominance. In this we have seen incomplete dominance. Now, next we will see codominance.